Yeah, today we are trying to make an hatchery for a client, and I'm trying to make what we call the floating cacaban for those of us who is into hatchery and need something to the cacaban for their incubator. So I'm going to teach you how to make a floating cacaban. What we needed the tape, we needed elbow, we need our tape, and we need our saw. So that, and the net, this is the net we are using. For those of you who really want to go into hatchery proper and are into hatchery, we have different sizes of net. This net is a tiny old net, you guys can see, very tiny. Why this is important and very good is that egg size are not the same. Some egg size are very small, while some are very big. So if you are, by the time you are maybe spawning your fishes and you notice that your eggs are very small, if you are using that big mosquito net, the eggs will be dripping out from the net and you have more of pollution if you can't control the water. But at present, because I'm using a very tiny one, this will take care of the big one and the smaller eggs, so that the eggs, the level of eggs, that means either the bad eggs or the unhatched egg that may not really hatched or wasted egg will not overcongest or populate the incubator. So now I will start the process. We are going to cut the pipe according to the size of your incubator, and we already make sure we have already measure what we are looking for. So this is 30. So we already measured it. So once it is 30, you need to cut it off. So the 30, we are going to use 2 of it. We are going to use 2 of it. One is 40. It's 40, so that's our measurement. But the good thing about that is that if your incubator is like 2 feet by 2 feet, it is like 40 by 40, you need to leave a little gap of like 6. So leaving a gap of like 6 will take you through, so that when you are putting the elbow, you have more space for the cacaban inside your net. So the measurement of the cacaban is 40 by 36. So we are 46 by 36. So we are splitting 6 away. We'll be using 40 by 30. So the next thing to do is we are going to mount this in here. I want to mount this in here. This is our 40. This is our 30. This is our 30. And this is our 40. So with this, we have gotten our shape. We have gotten our shape. So after getting our shape, the next thing to do is to put up the net. So I'm going to tell you the process of putting up the net, but putting up the net will need a clip. So how do you get that clip? The clip is, you get the clip through, you get it through deep PVC. That's what we get our clip from. So I will tell you the process. So in here we will need 6 clips. We'll be putting 1, 2, 3. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is wider. We can put 8. I mean, we need like 8 to 10 clips. So this is how we do our clips. The first thing to do is 1. You cut it into 2. Or you can cut it like this first, depending on how big you want it to be. So you can take 3 out of here. So what we do is that I just finished the measuring, so you have to measure it according to the frame. So I just finished the measuring and I have to cut the pieces out of it. These are the pieces I cut out of it, so that's the next thing we do. So this is the floating cacaban, and this is the pin we used. So you can see we have clipped all this, but the technical part of it is that if you want to do the clipping, you have to clip it from the back. You have to clip it from the back. If you want to do the clipping, so you have to clip it from the back. So you have to clip it from the back. So once you clip it from the back, this is the side we are using. You can see how smooth it is, how neat it is. There are different ways you can do yours, but to me this is just the easier way of not using anything than the PVC pipe to do a very good floating cacaban for your fishes. These are meant for an incubator that I'm going to do tomorrow, so I'm waiting for a client that I'm going to use for the float. This is a floating cacaban. This is what they call the floating cacaban. For those of us who keen to do it yourself, this is DIY floating cacaban for your hatchery process. So I'll be taking you now to the pond on how it is laid. Thank you very much. Make sure you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure that you click on the join button and you like and share.